Hello, beautiful fellow human beings. So, oh, I'm gonna remove that light. Hope everyone's having a beautiful evening. Let me, let's see. Let me test to make sure this is working. I found, well, hold on. Found some ribbon at the thrift shop today, and I gotta bring the balls to do some filming in there because, ooh, really nice. Switch sleeping spots with my dad so we could stay closer to the bathroom. And it's been brutal the last few weeks really, but days especially. Like it's getting to that stage where everyone's disassociating in one way or another, because like between radiation burns and nausea and not being able to get enough calories in, it's been pretty like wild how bad it's been. But keeping busy and just doing what we can in these parts. Also found some pearlescent ribbon. This thrift store is great. They have a ton of different sections, and one moment. It's small but packed, and like really good stuff. And the few times that I've been there thus far, I've left with bags full of clothes for next to nothing, and the stuff is brand new, which I already really don't like. New clothes, they just feel plastic, or like they have preservatives in them or something, which they do. But I move this down a little bit. Like I found this shirt there for 50 cents on the rack out front, as well as this bag. It's a little dark, geez. I used this skirt and it has built-in shorts. Like free, but wild, right? Let's pull together and return to fair weather. A piece of history. A few other things. An old Vera Bradley bag, which I don't know if anyone knows what Vera Bradley is, she makes like these quilted things. Quite comfortable. Doubles as a pillow, or doubles as a pillow. Utilitarian. I needed some more bags to put like pencils and stuff in. I can't just like put everything in Ziploc bags. What else? Shoes. Got a good amount of shoes. Where did they go? Oh yeah. Excuse me. I got these like they're leather, but I tell you what, I've already like cleaned them and whatnot. They're so comfortable. And I was desperate for clothes for a really long time, so highly stoked on just about every well, I guess I did a decent job at putting everything away. This spot is glorious. Oh, yes. This for scraps. The bag. Okay, well, isn't this glorious? And it's mask shaped. Or the Vera Bradley bag, but it's genuine Gucci. Authentic. Oh, yes. Max, there's a, it used to be a kind of like coffee and tea, and, the woman there made homemade patties with beans and sweet potatoes. I tell you what, they were divine. And I know they sell those elsewhere, but, you know, it was just, it was mastered. There is all I can say. It was perfect in every way. And it wasn't like strictly vegan. It had primarily vegan options, I guess, but they also had their collard greens, but it was with smoked turkey instead. Just always available. These really, really, really delicious, really affordable, ultra homemade food items. And then it turned into a kind of like a souvenir shop. They had like a naughty section, but like also Jesus action figures and incense. I can't remember the name of it. Not souvenir. Souvenir. Oh yeah, this. Alright. This is pretty much what I really wanted to show. It looked old, but now it's Swedish. But it's just an incredibly good quality sweater. And suede shoulders here. Which is great, so you don't like nick your shoulders on a branch, maybe. So, oh yeah. And I got loads of white button-down shirts because I go through loads of white button-down shirts in the summertime. So, re-upped on those. And this is, I think, the score du jour because I'm kind of off getting the clothes that my soul wants. I'm trying to get stuff that I could actually use so I don't just end up with a ton of clothes that I can't wear anyway. But found this nice Poo Loli jacket, but the reason why it's nice is because it's my size. Impossible to find, especially here in Southeast Florida. And I tell you what, a sweater doesn't cut it for me during the wintertime, nope. But now, in spring, I'm ready for winter, finally. Anywho, I'm going to make a pink, so essentially this same pink, but I realized that silver that I tried to do kind of like a dubbing brush, I guess, I'm gonna do throughout the whole body to make perhaps a big, thick, high fat content, shiny thing. And probably in pink still too. Oh yeah, I also found this, but really sturdy. So cutting a few of these off for some little things, because I really want to make sabiki, and that's where I thought this would be absolutely ideal. So it says fish skin on sabiki, but I'm thinking like I can use this. Kind of forgot what shape it is. Oh, I did it up here. Oops. Gotta use different scissors, but I'm gonna have the time of my life cutting shapes out of this stuff. Alright, 50-cent turtleneck. It's freezing. Yeah. Yeah, I think that'll do actually. I want to try to make them as close as possible so I can see if wow, so my mom doesn't really listen to one genre specifically, but she was listening to Yola Tango today. So, see. Oh, for wings too. Look at that. That's pretty nice. Maybe I can find it on eBay. It's thin but super sturdy. The other ribbon, much thicker, but for large, here's enough. It's also really windy outside, but for a large saltwater thing, I don't know. But this I'm really excited about. And it's metallic ribbon, Woolworth. Hey, there you go. Pennsylvania. Berwick Brilliance ribbon, perfect for all decorating needs. But thin and crinkly, so got some instant texture on it. Alright, and this thing is pretty sweet. But it's the same, almost, yeah. No. Oh, that's the diameter I want. It's, so getting right into this. I'm trying to doodle coral also, so, and I was planning on going on a little later, but everyone was asleep, so I was like, take chances, but trying to, I don't know what these like cakey folds are supposed to be, maybe sand, I don't know, but I'm trying to draw like coral like this, because I want to work on some paintings. Oh yeah, and I never finished paintings, and I think it's because I don't plan them. So giving that a go. Also, I couldn't give up on this one. Okay, no. Maybe I can situate the camera up because it might take a second, but I can't draw like well. But boy, do I like it. I like doing that a lot. I want to get that tone paper that you can just cut out to cover large areas. I think that would also be. Man. I thought the magnet was a good idea for hooks, but then I was like, shoot, I'm magnetizing hooks. And what happens if, does that deter, so, I might change that because I will say, I love the fabric of this sweater, but it's like a size or two too big. I got it for my mom, but she didn't like it. But boy, did I. I also got her a skirt, and she is not stoked on that. Oh, let me take these shoes. Whoa! They were like things I've never seen that before. I think I saw a piece of pizza. just fishing. So yeah, let me see. Hope everyone's having a golden night. And if anyone's new here, my name is Jamie. It is. But learning how to tie flies and then I won't smell like squid so much when just messing. But hey, there's times where like I don't even have enough quarters to get bait or just downright forget it. And what a beautiful thing. But that blue heron, it isn't a big deal because, well, now it isn't also because Code has a cast net, you know. But blue heron, the boat docks are right there, and a lot of people clean their fish. And which even if you're not like going for it, you can look down and you'll see pretty well a gang of catfish just having their time of their life. They look like sharks. Hi. Hey, Clover. Yeah, I cannot believe it's. Oh, okay. It's not hard to. I thought it said or I thought it was Saturday all day, but it's 12:01 on the dot. So, let's see. Okay, I'll stick with white. Oh, beads. I think I'm out of those crimp beads in that size. It's the small ones, but I feel like it was Michael's. The beading, like the findings where clasps and that kind of thing would be. So, where did I put everything? This feels like amnesia after I organize. This messed up. Wait. I don't know why it just feels so different. Do pink again, but I just now realized I can do blue. Just want something maybe like really vibrant and juicy. And I think on this one also, I'm going to attach this is the shortest shank hook in Aberdeen I have, which I'm not sure if it's the shortest or what have you. I wish I could find a catalog of hooks. But I'm thinking of adding the marabou a little bit, which reminds me, I found the pattern in my dreams. I don't know how I glazed over it so many times. The black John with the zonker and the marabou. So it, like, and undulates. Well, that must look delicious down there. And I keep meaning to try to dye some of this white rabbit. I'm not sure what color to try to get. I am thinking pink, because pink or red. Because I feel like I would want to dye other things those colors. To be totally honest. Hey, after these last few years, you know, I kind of always, you know, that's how I just ended up living that day. Just enjoying, trying to like, I don't know, make the most of every second. Like, I exist to the sleep surgery, but like pre-spam time or what have you. But during it, it just, I don't know, made me want to go harder into that. And I totally forgot what I was talking about, but um, yeah, get out there. You- I wish there was closer water except that doo-doo ground. It's such a shame. It'd be nice to I don't know, find whoever like needs volunteers planting mangroves, cause I'm telling you that spot is loaded with manatees in the but yeah. While I have time, I want to make the most of it. And everybody does. However, 99.9% of my like passions and hobbies are like dirt cheap, especially experiences. Ooh, like wandering, like a professional wanderer. Code could tell you that if he's still here. So I don't know why I brought that up, but hope everyone's night is as good as mine. It's not good, but made it to a thrift shop today. And holy trucks. Am I reeling on that? And I've been rambling because I've lost the bin. I had to. Yeah. Sorry. I put it under a box, so it wasn't like. So, also got some random drawings and stuff that I find out and about. Little artsy town, and I had a niche of them here. It's a little artsy town, so find like random art, meant to find just about at every odd turn. It's a fun thing to collect. I think I have enough to have a little gallery opening, like a lemonade size gallery opening, lemonade stand size. Oh, live bait? See Flycraft? Wait, oh, I don't know what you're responding to, sorry. But I, that's pretty much all I know is either, and I don't know much about it, I just, that's use sabiki to get live bait, and, but that's what I'm really stoked to use this for, is the sabiki. Been trying to weigh the, sorry, I need to get like my mind right. Where are the lives? Oop, been, oh no. I've been trying to get them nice and way down because I do use them on a bait caster. Well, haven't really tinkered yet because, to be totally honest, I have no idea what I'm doing. Grew up saltwater fishing with my dad out there, but he is just really down and out. So kind of trying to go out. and learn how to fish efficiently, like kind of take his spot as the food acquirer. And grew up eating on this coast, a lot of cobia, a lot of sand perch and snapper, wahoo, kingfish. Because my dad used to go out far, because he'd go out by himself and come back to switch lunch boxes. Oops. Oh man, it's alright. Any scrap that I break, I put aside. But if I want to put that tail like up a little higher, I feel like I should leave more room. Taking a 3-day fishing trip next week. Ooh, Lee. That sounds ideal. See, I'm dying to experience something like that because, I mean, full body experience and like days. Ooh. I could afford a good 4 hours, which I've been really meaning to do that. The drift boats, easy peas. And it's even really just nice to get out there and it's kind of like guaranteed fish too. They're really good. Here in Palm Beach County, the Bar Jack, which formerly we called the Bee Love. I really want maybe the Boston Whaler could be called Hot Toddy, and then like longliner converted into essentially a mobile home would be called Balls Deep. I think that's a better name configuration. So I want some thick boy. That sounds nice. Ethereal mermaid is what this. Since I'm such a like hard time focusing, I've really been just kind of making different color woolly grubber seducer type things, or at least those are the ones that I have planned mostly. So that I can use in this immediate vicinity, and eventually I'll get out there, like I just wanna stay busy until then, so as last time I was at the spillway, I just used squid. Tranquilo. That's what the TV just said. Followed by a wail of pain. Let's see. I got a 3-day trip Oh, sorry, Flycraft. I meant to ask. Whereabouts are you taking this? Like, oh, what? Wow. Oh. See, for some reason, well, I think the peninsula, uh, shaped brain, I have that, like, uh, on ocean, because, like, we don't have beautiful rivers. Springs and such. Oh, we do have rivers. We do have beautiful rivers. We've got Peace River, which I'm making to get to find Megalodon teeth. Oh, yeah. Got to stop for a second in Peace River. Convinced my parents I had like 2 hours to convince them, and succeeded. It's freaking brilliant. Takes work to get to, but camping on it. That's. Hey, so Flycraft. It might be worth bringing a sifter of sorts, a gold pan. My like maximum dream, like that, like out of state dream, cause like, got a pretty hefty list for even just like immediate vicinity, and then a hefty one for the whole state. But out of state gold and gold panning while fly fishing, cause eventually going to make it to a proper river that like will take time to get to, therefore can take time like at and like be at, like not just a few hours. And because like parking lots don't close in the middle of anywho, gold, dying to pan for gold, and like for like a multiple day thing, because you get so much out of that: hiking, fishing, gold panning, trying to swim but too cold, but joy. And that sounds like, you know, I mean, just camping alone for rainbow trout is just what American dreams are made out of. I enjoy deeply. Or like what's it called? Can't remember, but my grandpa's era is like probably the one I would have had most fun in. Camping, like code. There's somewhere out there. Got quite a few catalogs from, but there's a book thing that has all the camping stuff that gets referenced a lot. And I've heard it mentioned like once on TV. Not the SAS like SOS book, but like that. And like I've seen it on a men's clothing blog called A Continuous Lean. I'm not sure if it's still around or if it's changed, but that was a pretty nice blog. I think I want to add another feather or something, because it's just, it was a pretty, like, pretty odd shaped feather, but I like it. Oh, see, that's the other thing, is like crystals and shit, like immaculate stones and shit. Because we get citrine. There's one mine that I know of in Fort Drum and we get citrine crystals forming on fossils, which pretty neat. And so you'll find like a ancient clam with some crystals forming on it. I see it in shell rock a lot. You'll find like crystallization happening, but I'm not sure how common it is to find like giant formed kind of towers or what have you. I really, really want to go for quartz of quartz. But sorry, pyrite. I think that blows my mind. I watch pyrite shorts a lot. Just people pulling little cubes out of the earth blows my mind. But oh, smoky quartz. I just can't get over that. Shells are pretty stunning here, and always more than happy to mail any shells to anyone because seashells don't form, or everywhere there's like different kind of byproducts, I guess, if you will. Different craft supplies left behind by immaculate creatures. And alright. Let me get going. So, gosh, I tried to catch that so hard that I ended up slamming at the ground harder. So we got little. These work fine. There's this. Take it in there. And so I'll pull them out over here. Alright, okay. So, getting some of this ice dub collected. Thinking about that thrift shop, holy trucks, there was so much stuff that I was like, oh. They had a vintage Banana Republic jacket, safari jacket still, and I thought that was pretty neat. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm gonna fold it rather than like fold it upon itself rather than have like fold it across the body. I just am not able to do that, I guess. Oh. Oh. Also just get this other clump here going. Okay. Yeah, I got a little cold front and quite chilly. Try to keep an eye out on my dad because like he's always cold, which that's already a thing because sometimes we'll be blistering, so obviously that's like nerve-wracking. But now he's like not burning up. I mean, I don't mean burning up. He's not burning up. He just said he was hot and no fever or anything. It's just really brutal. But they gave these like instant dissolvable nausea meds, and the nausea's starting to develop, if you will. And he, I was also looking for a hot plate because I am starving and I want to have the leftover curry, but that was a smell that was not agreeing with, so it's gonna have me a little picnic outside. Oh man, I did not mean to cut it like that. This just like really grabs. Good scissors. Well, I also wanted to see if I could like bring it back, but then dab some resin and flatten, but like have these longer and flatten them to be like a tail, and then it's like, this feather is a little cocky, but silver jubilee. I don't know what that means, but popped into my mind. So hair tinsel is a bit of a pain, but I think it's worth it for its durability and amount of colors it comes with, I guess. And when I grab my, oh, it's right here. I don't want to forget to look up fire salamanders. Fire. Ooh, nice. Yellow and black. That's striking. Hmm. Okay. That. Add that. I'll put the. I really need to get the penetrator. Not good. No recommendation. Hey, I appreciate that. Oh, fly recommendations, yeah. Hey, what flies do you have packed? Just fishing. Alright, so put some silver wire on that. And then I think I have. No, I don't. I have to mix some dubbing real quick. Shite. Oh, maybe I will just grab the coffee grinder. Because I have a plug. And it already has a little few pieces from the saltwater thread. I wanted to see what would happen if I pulsed that with this. If it would come undone because I can use the scraps. Really bright. Yeah, they're starting to come undone. Anyway. Real pretty pink. I love it. Well, yeah, I'll just mix this with this with it. Oh, how did deer moss get in there? Stuff is like nature's Velcro. I think that's what it is anyway. Some of this. Oh, I better cut this. Cause like, those are some long fibers. Caesar. Sorry. Sometimes I realize I pronounce like things like, sometimes you pronounce things to yourself a little differently. Say if it's like just you or something. Like Caesar. I don't know if I'm talking loud enough, but. Oh no. Alright, so that pink is pretty much not dubbing friendly. Well, maybe this would be good then. Just cutting that. I'm not sure what that is. Okay. I'm that guy. Hello. So, just mixing hair, some dubbing, and hunger just struck. I'm trying to think of like gummy worms. Wait. These are 7-Eleven gummy worms. Crap, absolute crap. But my mom picked them up. I don't know. These are the ones Code picked up. I picked up when Code was done. My mom picked out these. I have to hide things from my mom because then she will like forever pick up that thing. I try not to eat like these too much, but like while here. Everything you see here is backwards. The perspective, the opinions. No, I'm just kidding. I need to flip it around. I just need to like, I guess use the other phone format. Okay. Yeah, sometimes you're never too old to be a child in your parents' home, so you go. Oh, that was perfect. My dad was watching something with Bruce Willis. I definitely wish that was cheese though. Mm-hmm. Cheating gummy for children? Cheating gummies for... No. Our gummies here, though, are shite. I mean, obviously, you have, like, artisanal ones. Or just, like, ones that, you know, are real sugar and beef gelatin, but I wish they had wine gums sold more places. Those are my personal favorite. I like the texture. Which, Dots is almost similar, but it's just crap. So I really have nothing good to say about these gummies here, but appreciate. They totally are totally different too. They used to be super squishy and oily, but now they're kind of like, I don't know, rubbery. Hmm. Alright, I'm gonna try something too. Okay, I'm gonna try. Catching one uncomfortably. Oh. I mean, why not? Like one more, right? Mm. Mm. I might have fallen asleep on the couch, but that's where I sleep. And so I was like, well, I'm just sleep here for now, so you're by the bathroom, Lola. Because it's a lot. Like like, some courtesies cannot be afforded when there's so much time. Because it's not like I was just gonna be here for like, what? How did I get that over here? I mean, that's even. Don't want it over here. Good night. Love you too. Hi, Mama. went to the bathroom. Must be missing angel, missing angel. I can't find my scissors, the small one. Let's see. Just extensively taking our time in these parts. I see the fishman. How you doing? Rooster, how you doing? How's your night going, Rooster? Yeah. Oh, new shirt. Big bad. I think that wrap of the marabou saved it. Feather? And I'm getting it at like the tip. Like just the tip. Because I really want a taper, I think. Whereas I'm trying to make what I have in mind, I guess. Well, actually, why did I butcher this feather? I just, stopped paying attention for a split second, I guess. Hold on. Just gonna get this on here. So, I guess. Shoot. Oh, I didn't think about that. Alright. Shoot. So I think I'm going to make a dubbing loop of that silver. And then dub with the pink going down. And then do this. And then the dubbed rope through. Look, the ocean? Well, I certainly hope so. Well, I'm in Southeast Florida, so along the coast. And, a lot of pink. A lot of pink, I noticed. And, stoked on that. Ooh, excuse me. A lot of pink, purples, and neon colors, greens, yellows. On the bait fish, you'll see like a lot of silver, of course, and blue, but up close you'll see like this pinky rainbow kind of hue. So, I don't know how much it needs. Just use this to hold it for now. Just trying to get this stuff on, this stuff. Mm. 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 Why is that won't like spill out? So this mix is behaving very well, but maybe to kind of just twist it to keep the turns and like further locked on the thread maybe. Wait. Alright. I'm tired. Whiskey Turtle, how you doing today? I'm hoping. I'm very much a beginner, so please do not hesitate leaving any input or directions or anything really. 2 months into learning to tie. Learning to tie flies for all waters, so never hesitate, and gas stamps, so more than happy to send anything out to anyone who would like to get some real world feedback. While I'm not able to get out there myself. I'm currently living with my parents, but right on the coast, so hoping to be out there soon. I just don't like leaving for that long. Right now. Mm. Sounds party. Excuse me. I'm not too sure if this is gonna work. Oops. Actually, I'm gonna have to do because all these were about to get just trapped in that swax, and it just like all I saw was suffering. But I want to get that somehow really bad, so I will figure that out. Ooh. Mm. I'm also trying to figure out something for this ribbon here. I'm really excited for it. I think I'm still gonna do the silver collar. The Cyndi Lauper. Oh shoot. I don't have a weight. I just seem to be doing better just holding it. Never mind. Mm. Flagler Museum. Aye, that's what I was talking about earlier. I can't remember. I finally have nice shoes, so I can go to the Flagler Museum. Isn't that beautiful? My beautiful dubbing brush. Oh, the tears are beginning to form. Dang. Ow! It's not coming out the same, but it's gonna take practice to get what I got on accident. I keep hitting that. It must be the angle that I have it. Because I never hit that, but... Well, I mean, I hit the hook a lot, but not like the angle consecutively. Ah! This is a popper game. My mom will cry if I don't use it. Mom loves this stuff. She'll specifically ask if I use the green, and if I say, oh, no, not on that one, she goes, oh. Ooh, I didn't draw blood, but I did get my finger pretty decently there. I feel that odd, like, numbness. I keep getting it on my finger. I guess you can't really see. Guys, should be a little better at that, or... with it than I am. Wipe the excess off in a second here. What am I doing? Oregon Fish Adventure, save him. Evo, save him. I need to look more. It's been a day and a half probably. Easy fish to catch. Very aggressive. Easily can have 100 fish days. Let's see. Pink salmon, wow. Oh wow. I gotta take a picture of this. Shall I turn? I don't know if I told y'all that, oh, then planning some paintings, so looking for subject matter. That being said, I cannot draw or paint that well. I just really dig tombstone. I have a lot of blank spots on walls. So if anyone's on Discord or Instagram or Facebook, but feel free to send pictures of fish or flies, and I'm more than happy to try to depict them. And got a bunch of colors and like materials that are just really easy to work with without putting too much thought or energy behind mixing colors. And slowly saving up for the Posca colored pencils, but they are so far from necessary that I haven't put much effort into getting them. And I know eventually they're gonna go on sale, so not in any rush to get those, but super juicy soft core. And like waxy. The New Zealand Fuzzy Wuzzy. I was gonna say this, the wrapped blood gold around. I think I'm going to be adding that a lot, and I'm trying to get some energy so I could tie this Black John. New Zealand, because I'm real stoked on that. I want to have a few black ones for nighttime. Fuzzy Wuzzy. As far as I see, I got a lot of desk time, but hey, that's nice. Right on. So what would that be a bait fish? Like when it's going through the water, it like looks like a fish, or is that like a thing? I'm always really, okay. Freshwater shrimp. Oh. Cause see, I think I have like a few misconceptions on how the feathers move. Namely, hackle and these kind of things. Like sometimes they think it just will be like that, so it'll look like a fish body, but I'm not sure. So I'm really excited to swim with them so I can see in person, like right in front of me, and just like move them around. Like even just have a hook with each type of hackle in it and that kind of thing. The tails I could conceptualize a little better, but the hackle, not so much. The rubber legs blow me away how um, incredibly lifelike they look on water. I really wanna draw. And what I've been doing, because I've been trying to kind of map out how to place a bunch of random coral, because I always end up starting some like a drawing or some what have you, and not finishing it, like not even like close to finishing it, and like coloring and stuff has always been an issue. Few reasons that I can tack down. Paint. The paint that I could afford was just, kind of variety packs to get as much colors as possible. But then I started trying to get less colors and then mixing as many as I can. And, but regardless, a lot of them weren't opaque. They would be kind of translucent, and layer after layer you'd have to do to get any form of color. Sometimes they'd be, now I'm getting hot. It's so cold. Let's see what temperature it is real quick. 56 degrees. Born and raised in Southeast Florida. I'm freezing. So the paint would have to do layer after layer. So these last few years, some really great materials have come out. And the last few years, I've been using watercolor for like quickly adding color to doodles. But I wanted to make some like bright things and stuff like, you know, like starry sky, like water, coral, beautiful thing. Obviously not realistic, but just an excuse to like tinker with colors and patterns on a. Alright, I gotta change. I look like I don't know. But the really wanting to depict kind of like plants and fish maybe you see around to have kind of like some um, purpose behind doodling or some further purpose behind doodling. And yeah, so fish, flies, plants, any pictures. It would just be neat and more entertaining to, or I could get, I don't know, more passion involved, I guess. Trying to draw somebody's picture rather than just a picture I find online, which is somebody's picture. However, it would just be fun. And I could draw my own pictures, but I could never choose which one. Tried. I love people's preferences. I can read like people like debating within their preferences all day. Like healthily, like not like debating, but I think the word debating has got muddied over these last 2 years, but I think it's like good stuff. It's how like information is revealed within like I don't know, I like it. But I don't have much color watercolor paper. I think I have 3 sheets. So I've been using some printer paper that I was able to put between thick books for a few days to flatten out. And so I'm gonna use that to make a bunch of doodles and I guess pick the one. And yeah. Moving all the furniture outside. So I think tomorrow I'm also gonna work out there too. I want to make a place to grill and you know, so we could start having like existence again. Which, see, I'm really grateful because like my parents are also really simple people. You know, some chairs, a grill, music, you're good. What else do you want? Because, you know, I think it's pretty decent lifestyle down here, down and over here. And it's just falling back into rhythm. It's like the world I don't know, it's like expanded until it contracted, but it's I tell ya, I took a break from the news, and I was like, alright, I'm gonna go watch the news. I forgot what it was, but I immediately was like, shite. Because I can't talk about any of it here. Like, I can, obviously, it's not like, it's just that I choose not to, and I don't want and checked the news today, and it's just very wish everyone well, wish everyone luck. I will be here, and on that note, I'm gonna probably try to eat something before it gets too late, because every time I eat, I get a bunch of energy, so I never sleep after I eat, which, you know, is good, I guess, for your digestion. maybe. But I can't even like process that it's the weekend already. You can fish nets, flies, streamers, and some sort of fashion on spinning bait caster. Yet, be one hell of an angler if you could fish a single size 22 dry fly on anything other than a fly rod. Yeah, what blows my mind about fly rods is how light they are. I've never picked a fly, like a fishing rod up and it being that light, like featherweight, where you go to pick something up and like your hand or arm shoots into space because of how light it is. And blows my mind really. I really love the sound though when you take apart the fly rod and it sounds like twigs, like when you put it to. It's a good sound. And the sound that the reel makes to begin with. Mine's really loud, but Code brought his grandpa's Orvis reel down, and that obviously sounds really nice. But not too familiar with fly fishing yet at all. Beyond the basics, I do bring like saltwater fly fishing, and I did find a combo. I think it's like $75, but maybe I could share it somewhere, and y'all could. I mean, it's not horrible, but something just for the coast and the little rock piles that swim around. And 'cause for the most part, gonna be going for probably sand perch for a while. I feel like it's a good fish to practice with, and they dig shrimp a lot. And this I'm hoping for the spillway because it's super bright and the spillway is really murky, and thrashing because the spillway. I feel good like with spillway it's that. Hey Zoidberg! No. Rainbow Kitten surprise. Um Trying to switch. I know it's drastic or whatever, but it took a good like 5 years to grow bangs out, and I don't know. I've tried like braiding my hair and stuff like that. I have a lot of respect for people that style their hair. I will do like 2 braids so like my arms are weak afterwards. I just flat ironed my hair once too, and it was the same deal. My hair uh, it doesn't stay flat for long. I mean, it's not even curly. But ironically, curls don't last long. It goes flat, but that's probably why I never really. But these clips don't really hold your hair. They kind of slide all over the place, and bangs is kind of eradicates the need for anything like that. So I might do it. It's weird. I smelled church. Masturbator. Texas, Houston, what kind of lures do you make? I do want to make these things called um, CUDA tubes, which I'm not too familiar with them. However, out there, said to be majestic, and they're my dad's closest friend's favorite to bring out there. I'm in Palm Beach County, so super close to the Gulf Stream and Bahamas. It's like right there. Close up the store. Right on, Oregon Fish. That's awesome. I hope your night is glorious and happy trips. Here every weekday, and if I'm not, it's because I fell asleep. Um, I've been doing that lately. I won't be tired at all, like so I think, 'cause I'm forcing myself to sleep, and I'll sit down and then I wake up the next day. Yeah. Apparently, I'm quite a little pressed when I'm sleeping. And I was like, yeah, I try to wake you up, but you just go like this. And yesterday, I got a blanket, brand new in the package, 100% cotton comforter. I mean, at that point, I wouldn't care if I found it on the side of I-95. I would bring it home and put it to use instantly, in which I did. And I can't go near it because I will fall asleep. It is one of the most comfortable experiences of my life. For a long time, I didn't really care what the comforter was, as long as it's, vintage or went with the, just sparked inspiration. But swap balls and those, man. So, got really into sheets, white sheets, and I'll wear 15 if it's cold. But started bringing them to the beach, and then they weren't so white anymore. Then just got like an Amazon comforter. Back to square one. Balls ablaze. You're swimming, or it feels nice. It's really comfortable, but it feels like falling asleep in a trash bag when you wake up, and not ideal. So I was already really suffering through that, and they came at a magical time. My dad really needed a pillowcase, and I really needed a comforter. Like, worth I'm telling you, it's like, well, see, it's the tip of the Bermuda Triangle, so not like a void, more like an anti-void, where the void like divulges outward, and within these vortexes, within these vortexes are hot spots for vintage antiques and pre-owned items. No, I'm just kidding. But so hopefully going to be fly fishing along the coast. The fresh water that I have access to, or at least that I could come up with at the top of my head, is not very accessible. As in, like, I can't get in it at all. Gators, but ample coast, and I think it would be ideal to get the fly out there, especially on a calm day, because I think maybe once tried shoreline fishing. Well, now twice, which went really well, but I now have longer rods and that kind of thing, but pier could at least go near pylons and stuff. I don't know why I haven't really done that, because now it's all I can think about. That there is a walking distance park that is in an okayed spot, so no bother. And just need a few hours, like, at once, without chaos erupting. And then, but got a, like, not the best quality combo set, but to mess around with. More than excited for that. Because even just to get the mechanics down for casting is nice. And the bait caster, but haven't been in these parts in a while. I really wish Code would come down with this drone so it could find the rock piles and just go near those, right? And wait, what? Okay, so no. Um, the weight, I'm not sure. This was an immediate purchase due to price, and the reviews were good times. So I the, the Gators, yeah, Alex, yeah. So the Gators, indeed. There was a few times that I tried going out where Code is, and well, scary shit, but incredible. I just ill prepared. Um, Better suited for coast, because also if it gets stuck, I just swim to retrieve it. But I couldn't really get like maybe just I should have just had more patience, but I kept getting tangled on the plants when the line would go slack and couldn't really get in the water at all. I mean, gators, yeah, but it's also horrifically sludgy. It's this salty and warm, and so it just doesn't feel nice. And I don't have boots for that, but the beach is and gosh, if I could get the hang of that, even during the winter, walking up all along the beach, I cannot imagine. And while it's dead, in Arctic gear, I've never felt this before. That like internal happiness where you're like, know you're like about to do like one thing right, and this thing is next winter. I say this every year, but this jacket it solves every problem I've ever had in my entire life. So, um, what reel or fly fishing? Okay, so my bad. Let me grab. So for the bait caster is just a Cast King reel. I forgot the weight. Sorry. I also forgot where. Oh, I almost started talking loud. And y'all are right here. So, oh yeah, I put them all in the kitchen. Trying to inspire my dad. Alright, so there's the little. I just grab the bait cast. Okay. I feel like I'm about to get. Oh, yeah. This is like an entirely bad idea, but. So. The bait caster is a 7-foot rod, and I just wanted it because, like, in case couldn't collapse it due to rain and stuff, it'll still fit in a car. Because you never know when you have to, like, run for your life from rain and lightning. But I have 15-pound braid on it, since braid's much thinner, and I've never fished with braid, but got that on that. And the rod itself is lightweight, but not like super lightweight, which if I come across one, I'd like to pick a really light spinning reel rod up. But this is the noise I was talking about. But this is it. Martin, it was like $35 or something on Amazon, and 5 weight floating line, pre-spooled with a tapered leader, and not sure how much feet. I think it was like 5 feet a leader or something like that. And 3 pieces. Ugly stick, yeah. I really want the big water, and then I'll cool it, but since there is a few different areas, I just like the big water. So it happens down the street. Every time I go there, I give it a few strokes and carry on my day. But I have this same rod for spinning reel too, so if I can't get like the finesse of a bait caster the first go, could always just switch to the spinning reel, which I have an old Zebco 33 on it, but it's metal. Old Zebco 33s are like all metal, and it just feels like butter. It's really nice, and so I brought it to Tuppence to have it spooled because it's way cheaper to have them spooled than to get a spool line currently. So did that, and they even was like, "This is surprisingly nice," because they saw Zebco and they're like, "Heh, nah." But it's really nice, and the new ones is like plastic. But if you come across the old one on eBay, it's like better. But any recommendations as far as any rods or reels, affordable ones? Because if anything is too expensive, I'm not gonna use it. I'll convince myself I'll lose it or this and that, and it'll end up in a corner. And I really want to avoid objects that end up in corners, like down to clothes, like. Everything that I have or I'm not wearing, I threw in a bag to bring back to the thrift store. So I'll just, any object that I can't sell myself or like nobody I know wants, I'll just bring there. And yeah, but fishing stuff, thankfully, like my dad will take anything fishing related, but there's been a few reels, like, I don't know what I was thinking. This Zebco Great White reel is huge, but I don't know. I can't get it, like, I can't even figure out what's causing the grit, but maybe I could get code to bring it out. Because that's part of the setup I was trying to make for beach fishing, like, or shoreline fishing. It's just, I think, really heavy. My goal is to get at that Sienna. I've never heard anything bad about this Sierra or Sienna. I get the two confused. But do I sell tackle? So, Steven, if you are looking for any specific tackle, I'm more than happy to run to Tuppence. And Tuppence is our local tackle shop. Been there since 1956. There's a lot of local Florida like handmade lures. But I'm also more than happy to give any a go, and more than happy to send a fly to anyone. I just wouldn't mind some feedback. I really like the shape of this one. Try to get against the sweater, but the shape of this one I think is. The tail might be a little long. I'm not too sure, but. And I think next time I want to do soft tackle. I thought I was gonna try to wrap it with the ice dough, but maybe if I didn't add wax, or if I had a dubbing brush. So maybe I could try to make a dubbing brush with the wire and that stuff. I have this piece of wood, and the reason why is I keep meaning to hammer in a nail so I can make dubbing brushes. Found a really helpful video. If you look up how to make a dubbing brush, it's like dude at a desk with nail and wood. That video, very. So I plan on doing that here, and just haven't found a tack nail yet. Every other nail except a tack nail. So sure, I'll find one on the floor eventually. Sand perch, but snapper. I mean, like, I'm trying to think of what I see on the coast. Pompano. Jacks. Bait fish. Barracuda. Barracuda. I really want to make like asteroids, comets, like balls of flash for the barracuda. I don't know if they'll go for it, but I know they tell you not to wear jewelry when swimming because of barracuda, so make like a. And when I see barracuda, like flies, like I can't really get a read on them honestly because there's such a wide variety within everything, but I always just expect like a ball of flash or something, or like a flash tassel, a tinsel tassel. Sambo? Yeah. I'm trying to think of what time is best to go on every day, because every weekday still very much a beginner, but learning live, and it's been kind of a really positive move because between y'all's input and I don't know, learning something where proportions and like tradition, but also like just I don't know how to say it greatly helps at, having any input. Like I really do miss Ian. Y'all would have loved Ian. I hope Ian's good, but I would just look up and you would just say, no, why are you wrapping it that way? it was the greatest teacher that I've probably ever had in my entire life, honestly. And I think everyone's I didn't look up soon enough, and I see it says you're pushing me to the bottle. I would think before and after high and low tide. That's perfect. See? Do a little fishing before high tide, swimming. As soon as that water starts turning doo-doo brown, right. Oh. I had to do it. But real, I'm just happy to be here. Like, I for the last forever in my life, I've made jewelry and sold vintage. But I love that, right? It's just not fun though. It's like soul draining and I would rather I don't know, like exist in a different area, I guess, and still do those things, just like yeah, like give it as gifts instead. Because I don't end up selling most of it anyway, because I'm mostly into collecting rather than like reselling. Ooh, it's 2 on the dot, so alright. My dad usually gets up at 2, and I have questions, mainly like temperature and to see how he feels, and like I have to ask every few hours because I really am trying to gauge whether or not I should be ready for a hospital or I don't even know anything. But this turned out much better. Which, see, the thing is, I don't know what to gauge. It's probably just regular exhaustion. However, I don't know what to gauge because my parents are I'm fine people, so they could be bleeding out and you could be like, do you feel okay? And they'll be like, oh, I'm fine. Don't worry about it, fine. So, like, vigilance is key. And I've found my way of staying sane, and I'm rolling with this. But, let us see. It is pink. Hey, Isaac again. I really appreciate it. The ice stub, the long ice stub under the holographic tinsel, I still need to measure it, but I'm sure it's. I probably could look at the listing now that I think about it, but they're like individual strands, but it refracts in wild ways, the two together, and pretty soon we'll eventually have the tinsel that's a little thicker than this, so having a layer of 3 sizes, I think will like add a bunch of texture, because like a lot of things in nature are just hyper textured, like fish's scales. I feel bad sometimes because some are so beautiful you can't help but look at them for a second. And like sometimes I don't get pictures because it is like I think internally I have like a set amount of seconds, and if it takes a few too many seconds to get the hook out, then that takes away from seconds that I can use for a picture. And but the scales, and especially with the bait fish, I don't even know how I would like try to depict that on paper. Just like an absolute rainbow, like pastel rainbow, like opalescent, pearlescent, really, really pretty. Hard to tell what movie size I. So this is size 1, Aberdeen. I'm not sure the make, as they're probably quite old, maybe 90s. Yeah, I would be pressing down the barbs, but I don't have the flat pliers. I'm sure I could find some, but let me try to use the ones that I have. I have these flat pliers that was, oh, here they are. that were immaculate. But these Aberdeens are really wiry, so Beck used these because I slipped once and I almost got a cheap Amazon hook point in my eye. I don't know where it went. There he is. That's really intense. Oh, yeah, alright. I gotta. Hope everyone has a beautiful night. I'm gonna make sure my dad doesn't need anything. And I'm Mercy, and I really appreciate that. Here every weekday, and I currently living with my parents while my dad goes through cancer treatment, and making the best of every moment, like, most of us right now. So join the party and welcome, and never hesitate if anybody has any recommendations as far as anything, recipes, music, movies, and more. That was a story, but feel free. And on that note, happy trails, love you. Neck. So squamous cell carcinoma that like grew outward on his neck. It was small, but somebody said it could be a pulled muscle, so he kind of ignored it. But that spread a little bit, and a different cancer. So not this cancer, another one started it in his chest and like lymph in his chest and right lung. But this treatment is like shrinking those down, and they're still gonna need another treatment for him, but at least it's like getting him down to the point like they like canceled the biopsy because when we were there, like after all the preparation, like, he was attached to everything, and because when they went in with the scope or like was scanning or something, it was just smaller, so they didn't know if they could biopsy it and get a piece that like would be of much use. So I already had like 2 surgeries that week, so but anyway, good night, everyone. Happy trails, and thank you all for absolutely everything. And y'all's presence has been